right. Hello, everybody. My name is Emily, and I'm a product manager at Blocknative. And we're going to go through an advanced tutorial on how to use Mempool Explorer to work with custom, otherwise known as local ABIs. So let's just do some table setting. ABI stands for Application Binary Interface, and this provides a human-readable description of the transaction payload for events you've subscribed to in Mempool Explorer. And you can upload the ABI for a specific contract, and Mempool Explorer will automatically decode the input data for any contract calls for that address. So this is a really, really helpful, super powerful feature. We're pretty fond of it. And at Blocknative, we support many ABIs for common contracts. And if you'd like a complete list, check out our Mempool Explorer documentation. But if you're doing your own smart contract development, or you come across contracts that you're interested in that we're not auto-decoding, we have fabulous news. We provide really, really easy tools to upload local ABIs, decode them, and then you can actually filter and select on them within Mempool Explorer. So you're not in any way limited by what we decode automatically. The world is your oyster here. So we're going to look at one-inch exchange as our tutorial example. And out of the box, we do not support the one-inch exchange ABI. So you can see here that there's a transaction, and we have an input, but we can't really see what's going on here, what's happening. And we really want to be able to look at the contract calls and method names. Luckily, it's pretty darn simple to add in the appropriate ABI. So the first thing I'm going to do is click on the to address here, and it's going to pop us over automatically to Etherscan in a new browser window. And you can see here that the contract that's associated with one-inch exchange is available to us. And we look for that in the contract tab. And now when I scroll down, I'm going to find the ABI, which is fantastic. And then all we have to do is copy, and you get that little copy confirmation. And from there, open up your text editor of preference and make sure that you're in plain text mode. That's an important detail. And we're going to paste that right in. And now to save it, I like to just save these as one-inch exchange.json, file name of your choice, but the .json is crucial. Then let's flip back to Mempool Explorer, and you can see that these events are rolling in associated with our one-inch exchange subscription. And you'll see on the Mempool Explorer subscription tab, we have this ABI button. When I click on that, it's going to ask me to upload my ABI JSON file, which we've just saved. So we'll add that, click open, and you can see the button, the ABI button turns green, which means it's a valid ABI and is now accepted. Just for context, if there's a problem with the ABI input, that button is like a traffic light. It'll go from green to yellow to red as an indicator of status on that ABI's decoding functionality. So let's watch what happens now that this is being applied to all of the one-inch transactions going forward from when we input this file. And as you can see, we're decoding the contract calls on the fly now, and we can see exactly what is happening in each transaction. This is the method name, and every transaction moving forward will include this. This is obviously really, really helpful if you're trying to make sense of all of the activity in greater detail. Even more helpful is now that we have the ABI, you can actually apply subscription filters and selects using these controls. So back to our one-inch subscription, I click on the subscription filter, and now you can go in and go to contract calls and method names, and you could select either includes or matches. What I see here is a list of the method names, including all of the major functions associated with a one-inch contract as decoded by that ABI. So I can select specific function calls against this contract and then specify criteria to really pinpoint exactly the information that you're after. I like to think of this as developing your own recipes for exactly the flavor of information you're looking to work with. And this is really one of our most powerful features for Mempool Explorer. And just for context, you can have multiple subscriptions, each with their own ABI. And that means lots of different potential flavors, each of which are filtered in combinations that you design and control. And the whole idea here is really to give you maximum flexibility and ease of use when working with live Mempool data. You are the chef. So that was a quick overview of local ABI decoding and filtering, which is an advanced capability of our Mempool Explorer product. Happy mempool exploring and experimenting. Thank you so much for watching. If you have questions, absolutely join our Discord server. You can also follow us on Twitter and subscribe to our really fantastic blog. We look forward to hearing from you. Thanks so much.